The spread of false news and misinformation throughout the world during COVID-19 pandemic is a significant issue that needs to be addressed, as differentiating between accurate and fabricated content has become rather challenging. This problem has become more prevalent as individuals with misguided intentions are able to take advantage of overwhelmed citizens.
We are Mythbusters from NTU Singapore, and today in this video we'll be sharing more about our multi-pronged technology-based adaptation to reduce the spread of misinformation and increase health literacy in an Asian Pacific country. Our chosen country is India. There has been a recent surge in the number of COVID-19 cases since April 2021, and this could have been avoided if not for the complacency amongst citizens and even some government authorities.
Despite witnessing the devastating consequences of the lack of cooperation to measures put in place, many Indians still refuse to wear masks or use PPE in an appropriate manner, which suggests that the lack of knowledge related to COVID-19 might be the root cause of rising numbers in India.
So, our technology-based adaptation is targeted towards Indian citizens.
India does have existing groups of people working towards educating people and debunking any myths that prevent Indians from prioritizing their own safety and the safety of their loved ones during this pandemic.
However, the efforts taken thus far have not been completely effective, which calls for a better approach that we believe we have.
India is estimated to have more than 760 million smartphone users. Despite these large numbers, internet penetration remains at about 50% as of 2020. According to an annual report by Cisco, it is projected that India will witness a 64% hike in internet users by 2023, some of which is attributed to COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, we propose a mixed approach to target people from various backgrounds regardless of their internet accessibility. Our approach consists of an app-based solution and its equivalent website, so that those who do not have access to a smartphone are still able to use it as long as they have internet access. We will also be partnering with NGOs and GOs to educate students on health and tech literacy, especially in rural areas where there might not be as much abundant internet access. More of this will be covered on later.
Our technology-based solution is a smartphone application and its equivalent website that's called the Using our application and website, we aim to educate residents and users on the factual information about COVID-19, focusing only on the facts and evidence-based papers and evidence-based statistics. Through Combi, a user will be able to seek answers for his questions that's based on what, where, who, why, which, and how. The main partners to our technology-based solution will be Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, as well as Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, the National Informatics Centre developed the nation's official contact tracing app, Arakia Setu. And using the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare's database, as well as Arakia Setu's database, we would then craft our application and website.
We would work with these two app and website to gain the database of statistics nationwide. We do this as to educate users on COVID hotspots in the state, number of COVID cases in the whole of India, in region, in state, in district, breaking them all down in a descending geographical level for residents to be more aware of their relative risk and the current severity of the pandemic. This way, users would gain access to credible, accurate statistics and not fall for rumors that might frighten them. As for the education part, since MOHW and Arakia Setu attempts to educate its residents on COVID-19 through articles in English, this may discourage certain users from reading due to limited attention spans and also language barriers. Thus, we would be linking and creating tabs and sections in our app and website to summarize these articles in bullet point form and in multiple languages, making them visually appealing and readable. And also provide the link to these articles in MOHFW's website or Arakia Setu's app for credibility and for readers who would like to access the entire article. These articles would address the precautionary measures answering the 5 W's and 1 H of the COVID-19. Our app and website is multilingual and has text-to-speech facilities to cater to all. We would be highlighting specific myths about COVID-19 spreading on social media and debunk them. We also have an AI bot, Vera, to whom the users could ask questions regarding COVID-19 in India, and the bot would be programmed to serve through a database of authorized, credible information provided by MOHFW Government of India to answer. A unique aspect of our app is that we would like it to serve to the complete purpose of education. Thus, we intend to create interactive quizzes to encourage people to learn the facts of COVID-19 as well.
We will be using potential partnerships to our advantage to ensure the sustainability of our project. In terms of potential partnerships, we are looking to work with various NGOs that are able to provide resources and manpower. Code for India, a reputable NGO that has volunteers who code or program for charitable causes, would be a useful resource for the creation and maintenance of our app and website. Moreover, working with NGOs can allow us to expand our reach to the target groups of those organizations as well. We can potentially work with NGO Oxfam India as they share similar goals as our project in terms of tackling the infodemic that has risen during COVID-19. Besides from NGOs, we aim to get the support of governmental agencies like the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Communications and Informational Technology, and National Informatics Centre, to ensure that we are able to garner more trust and support for our app and website while ensuring that the information we share is accurate and backed up by credible sources.
We will be launching our app progressively by first conducting a pilot test in New Delhi, the capital state of India. As the central government is located there, it will be easier for us to coordinate with GOs and NGOs. We will publicize our app through government-funded promotions on a large scale, such as using billboards. We will also measure how well our app is received by the public through collating feedbacks via our in-app pop-up surveys, as well as conducting surveys in person in public areas for random sampling. We will also look at the statistical count on our app creator end and measure the outreach and traffic of our app and website. Provided that the trial run is successful, we will then move on to our official launch, where we will be updating our app and website and launch it nationwide, making it multilingual with text-to-speech functions to cater to all. We will form an internal management team in each state to monitor our programs and attend to any technical issues brought up within the state. We'll also periodically launch updated versions of our app Convi to benefit the communities best. Simultaneously, we will also work with our partners to target tech-deficient rural communities due to their technical challenges.
As mentioned earlier, we'll be working with NIIT and Magic Plus to provide computer and internet accessibility to these tech-deficient communities in rural parts of India. Oxfam is also helping us to educate and raise awareness of the usage of our app. This allows them to keep up with world affairs and keep up to date of the current pandemic situation in their country. It will also further eliminate the chances of fake news from spreading, especially from word of mouth, as they can search for authentic articles online. As they have faster access to information about COVID-19, they'll be able to identify symptoms of the disease and take effective measures to prevent the spread of the disease. They'll also know places with clusters to avoid. With the help of MOE in India, teachers will be educated on the usage of the app and website. They will be able to differentiate between facts and fake news of the COVID situation, and they're able to teach their students as well. Students will then gain the skills to find reliable sources and also to spot suspicious ones as well.
The app itself also has its own limitation, which includes accurately and efficiently translating the information inside into many different languages. As we aim to provide daily news on the current pandemic in the country, we might not have enough time to translate into the different languages, hence resulting in delayed notification to the users. This limitation can be resolved with the help of more volunteers who are willing to spend some time of their day to quickly translate the news. Students are the main target in the tech deficiency communities with the objective that they will pass the knowledge to their family members. However, we cannot guarantee they are able to do so. Hence, people of other age groups cannot be confirmed to have knowledge about the coronavirus and acquire health literacy. This possibility can be mitigated by encouraging students to actively transfer their knowledge learned in school and educate their family members.
For our budget, we'll start off with our app development, where we'll work with an app developer company, which will cost $32,800, and develop our website with $216. We'll be launching our app in the two most highly used app stores, which are Apple App Store and Google Play Store, which will cost $322. To ensure the outreach of our program, we'll be spending on newspapers and social media for publicity, which will cost a total of $4,940. We will be spending the rest of our budget, $11,722, to fund our organizations in providing internet centers and computers for rural
We
communities.
all know the severity of an infodemic, especially in the midst of a pandemic like this. So, we came up with Convi, an educational and interactive app that aims to debunk myths and rumors that are spreading by word of mouth and by social media. Convi aims to educate people about the facts of COVID-19, teaches them how to search for reliable sources of information, and take better precautionary steps against the virus.